Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Gothalion. Welcome back to Borderlands Uno! Today I'm going to talk about what a lot of Borderlands content creators have been talking about for the last day or so, and that's the possibility of a Gearbox reveal at their PAX panel coming up here for PAX West this weekend, and how I sort of feel about the possibilities of it being either, something Borderlands 3 related, which, they said they weren't really going to talk about Borderlands 3 until they were on the other side of Battleborn, and they still have some more DLC coming out for Battleborn, but that doesn't mean that I don't think it's too early, or that they might change course on this for Borderlands 3. So we're going to start off with the elephant in the room and why I'm playing Borderlands Uno, and that is the possibility of a Borderlands HD remake on Xbox One and PS4, including all of the original DLC and possibly a complete engine rewrite for PC. What could they do to Borderlands 1 to make it better? The PC version, in my opinion, is the definitive version of Borderlands 1. But it was missing things like your bells and whistles, your FOV slider. You actually had to go in and add hotkeys for FOV. Here's the standard console FOV. Here's a little bit better, and here's where most people like it, in the 100 to 110 range on PC. The FOV slider, as we know, was added over on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One to the Handsome Collection, which was kind of a big deal. It was added in post, but it was a big change, I think. 60 frames, being able to change the FOV on console is a pretty big deal, in my opinion. So, what else could they do? Borderlands 2 is arguably a better engine than Borderlands 1. They went in and they redid a lot of things with the game engine itself for Borderlands, and improving the radar. Instead of having the little compass thing on the bottom, we got a full radar inside of Borderlands 2. Things like physics, which was always terribly optimized inside of Borderlands 2, could rear its head inside of Borderlands 1, an HD remake. This seems like something that would be pretty cost-effective for Gearbox to recoup from the loss of Battleborn, which, big ups to 2K for, welcoming me into streaming Battleborn, and, I got to talk with Scotty about it, and while I liked the game, it fell on its face because the release timing was terrible. They launched it up against motherfucking Overwatch, which was just a bad idea. So I don't know, dude. I don't know what they could do here. Going out of Battleborn, I think they're in between a rock and a hard place. I think they kind of at this point have to probably push the launch of Borderlands 3 up a bit. I think a continued loss with Battleborn. We've gone over how I feel like Battleborn should be free to play. We've gone over how I feel like it should probably be made free to play in order for it to become a profitable game. But at this point, I think it might be a little too late. So, looking at the immediate future, like I said, a Borderlands 1 HD remake would make a lot of sense. It's got to be worth the time, dude. They can't cheap out on this. If they bring out a Borderlands 1 HD, which, it's technically HD, like a Borderlands 1 upscale, a Borderlands 1 definitive edition, it's gotta have features put in it that make it worthwhile to be not only re-released on Xbox One and PS4, but also re-released on PCs. So all the newest PC bells and whistles, I think, would make this game an obvious choice on PC for re-release. Currently, I think it would really make sense to re-release it on PC. I do. I think it's been long enough. It's how long ago was it? Was it 10 years? It's not 10 years. It's like 8 years or so this game was released. So you guys probably have the stats on that. Was it 2009? So like 7 years almost. Anyways, Borderlands 1 HD remake is something that I 100% believe that we'll see. I didn't get to take a look at Morning After Kill's video on the subject, but I know that he's been pushing for a Borderlands 1 remake or mastering the master edition of Borderlands 1. One of his biggest concerns is one of mine, and that would be the Borderlands 2ifying of Borderlands 1 with like the redoing the weapon system and the drop system, and I kind of hope they don't touch that shit. If they do re-release Borderlands 1, I want it to retain what made it Borderlands 1. I don't want to see you know, the gimmick system make its way into Borderlands. You know, I'd rather see them keep the loot system that's in this game, because I honestly prefer the loot system inside of Borderlands 1 to Borderlands 2, but that's another video. Okay, so now that we've touched on the topic of the possibility of Borderlands 1 remaster, HD remake, the badass edition or something, whatever they would end up calling it, probably Borderlands 1 badass master, the badasser. I don't know, man. Let's talk about the possibility of Borderlands 3 news. I do think we'll get a trailer for Borderlands 3. I think Gearbox has been working on it a lot longer than they're willing to let on. I think they need to drum up some fan excitement after the... I mean, like, it was a flop, guys. Battleborn was a fun game, but it was a flop, and that's unfortunate. And it wasn't a flop in the way that Borderlands 1 was a sleeper hit. Like, Borderlands 1 picked up steam a while after release, but Borderlands 1 was far from a flop, and there wasn't a lot of negativity around the launch. It just kind of... It took a while for Borderlands 1 to rev up, and I don't think that's gonna be the case for Battleborn. I just do not think that's gonna be the case. I don't think there's gonna be a slow rev up for Battleborn. I think they need to free to play it or just cut their losses. Anyways, so I do think we need to get a trailer on Borderlands 3. I think it's likely that we get a trailer for Borderlands 3 at PAX. If not PAX West, then PAX Australia, which is actually like a month or so after PAX West, aka PAX Prime. I don't expect a release date for it yet. I honestly don't think Borderlands 3 will come out until Borderlands 3 rather. Yeah, I don't think Borderlands 3 will come out till like 2018. I think that's how long it needs to be good. If they put it out in 2017 in the fall, I think that's kind of a mistake because we know Destiny 2 is coming out then. I really don't think they'd want to compete against Destiny 2 at launch. You know, the Borderlands fan base is very different from Destiny's fan base. But I just think, like, just because of genre-wise, you know, I think, honestly, I think Borderlands 3 would do fantastic regardless of when it launches. Don't get me wrong. Hopefully it's gonna be amazing. And, you know, it's something that Borderlands fans have been waiting on after the pre-sequel was the pre-sequel. But, I think it would be in their best interest to give it its own spotlight, you know, as far as, like, looter shooters go, you know, so maybe give it its own release window outside of Destiny 2's release window and, you know, not directly compete it, you know, let it shine for what it is, because I think it's going to do well regardless. Like, I'm not saying that, like, Destiny will overshadow it. We're not going to have an Overwatch situation with Destiny and Borderlands 3. I just think Borderlands 3 should have its own time to shine, you know, and not come out at the same time as another big looter shooter. Anyways, I digress. So I don't think it'll be playable for him. I think we might get a trailer, and I don't even think it'll be a gameplay trailer. I don't think we'll get any gameplay. I think best case scenario for Borderlands 3 at PAX, either at West or at Australia, will be a teaser trailer with some story details. Hopefully, I really don't like. I don't want to see Handsome Jack come back. I really don't. I'm done with Handsome Jack. I don't want them to like find a clone or you know, fucking. I don't want them to prequel the prequel. You know, I don't want to play as Handsome Jack ever. Yeah, it's fucking bring us some new Vault Hunters and let's move forward with the Borderlands story. We got some bolts to find. We got some shit to do, man. But that might not happen. But definitively, I really feel like we're gonna get a Borderlands 1 HD remaster or it's not really HD remaster, a masterful edition, whatever. An upscale. I think we will get that. I 100% think that's in the pipeline for PAX. So, let me know what you guys think. What are you hoping to play? What are you hoping to see? What do you think's gonna happen? When do you think we're gonna get a release of Borderlands 3? A lot of questions up in the air right now, man, and I'm really excited for this weekend. As a Borderlands player, it's a really exciting time because it's been a long time since we've had something to be truly excited about. Like I said, pre-sequel kind of a letdown, but I think with it back at Gearbox's hands and some fresh eyes on the franchise, I think we could be in good shape for Borderlands going forward. Let me know in the comment section below how you are feeling, and as always, I will see y'all back inside the Borderlands. Peace.